Okay, while we're watching this on the board, I want you to write this down, how to become a millionaire, week 2. I want to ask someone a question today. Who can guess who this person is? A 22-year-old female. She's rated one of the youngest billionaires ever in history. She's a female. She owns, no, look at how old. She's 22 years old. She's the CEO of her own company. She owns 49% of her own stock. And she's called one of the fastest growing ladies to become a billionaire. Go.
I know this one. It is one of the Kardashians. I forgot which one.
Go ahead. Kylie, yes. Kylie, yes. Kylie Jenner is in the history books for being one of the youngest, fastest growing billionaires. But it's controversial because she came into millions already. She was already worth millions due to her last name. She didn't start from the bottom. Okay, so it's controversial. But let's give her, as a female, credit, because even at 22 years old, to move from millionaire status to billionaire status, you still got to do a whole lot of work. So we do give her credit for that. We need to give credit to any female that can hold it down and make that much money in income.
Honestly, I don't really think she did a lot. To be honest,
She had
she had a lot of help. She a Kardashian.
Okay.
Of course, that's like just getting it handed to you. Like you a whole Kardashian, and like you said, she walked into millions already. So
Okay.
like, she didn't have to really build nothing up. She was just.
But how about this idea? She could have sat on her behind and lived off of just that. She took it to another level. So,
Yeah,
so
It's kind of in her blood to do that. Though,
Like
Yeah.
she took it to another level.
It's in her blood to do that though, so it's like it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't really like the example because she.
I don't really praise her. Like I don't think she did.
well, I like to praise anyone who does anything positive, because we give a lot of credit to people who do something negative. So at least she's trying to better her game. Now, of course, we're not as privileged as she is in our community, have that much money handed to us. But let's look at the principles of what she operates in, take the meat, get rid of the bones, and apply it to our lives so we can become very important business people. One of the things I'm going to talk about this young lady who became a billionaire, number one, her whole company is inside of her mother's kitchen. That's number one. Number two, she only got 12 employees. Number three, she went from maybe $500,000 to become a billionaire based on an ideal that her and her friends had around eating cake and donuts. She came over with a program where she could look at her lips and sell a cosmetic kit, put her name on top of it, and she exploded her company. She has no overhead. She's not paying any mortgage any place. So even though she's a Kardashian, but listen to these principles. What could you do? Think about this, about your life. You come with a product, and you come up with something that will allow you to sell worldwide. That's my phone. And I can call you to become, maybe not billions, but millions, or at least enough to pay your rent and mortgage, and create a company with you and your friends. So I want to motivate you to start thinking about how can you build a company with you and your friends. If you start now, you can plan on now for a few years. You first, and then you second. Go.
All right. I think personally, as an example, who's the guy who owns Amazon?
What's his name? Oh God, Amazon. I talk about him all the time.
I think he would be a better example because he started selling books at his own house.
Okay.
That would be a much better example than.
Oh, there you go, Mark
There you go
Zuckerberg.
too. They all started from their house. They were not given riches. Unlike I already forgot.
Let's not make this subject about who's right and wrong. Come on, let's not go there. Let's take the good and the bad. Mark Zuckerberg is another billionaire who came into riches from the bottom up. That's another positive person. Let's stay on what people do that's positive, okay? We understand that.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, another guy. But somebody might say, well, these guys were white. They're not black and Hispanic. They're always at an advantage. So you can always find an excuse to why someone becomes rich or powerful. But let's focus on this here. I want to empower you as young people of power to what you can do to develop a model that you can plan on your thousands or your millions or your building or your billions and extract leadership principles that you be able to empower yourself. Now, she became this within what you call a 4-year business term within 4 years. You got these other companies coming up, 10 companies called the richest companies in the world, Science.com, Garrett Companies, Flexport, Home Chef, These are companies that started with less than 3 years. They sat around the table with their friends and became billionaires and millionaires. They invested their time wisely. They picked their friends wisely, and they sat down and say, we're not going to work a 9 to 5. We're going to create a model or something that's going to empower our family. And so what I want to do is I want to have you focus on you and 2 of your friends that can come together at a table and create a business. I want you to think about who are your 2 friends that you can, with 2 of them, think about to help create some type of business that you can come up with. I want to focus on that today, you and 2 others. Right. And what I did, I put this here. I put what I call this in my book called the trifactor. This is the president, this is the VP, and this is the treasurer. These 3 can set the tone for this company here. This is employee 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But these 3 set the tone. The CEO is Kylie or who you want to name, Oprah. This is the one that calls the shot. These 2 comes along and create what I call the trifactor. The trifactor is actually the triangle that helps build the house. Your 3 or your 2 friends are going to help you build a company. And if you do it right, you got some trusted friends or some trusted girlfriends, or even maybe your parents or your brothers, your sisters, but gather around an ideal that you can think of that can help create a company. Okay? That's very important. This is very important. Now, let me ask a question to someone in this room, and I think I asked it before. Let me ask it again. Who in this room can honestly say, Reverend McDuffie, I have 2 good friends or 2 people I'm close to? Who can help me out? Who can help me out? We'll start with my lead singer here, my lead girl. All right, go ahead.
My two best friends.
Yes.
My best friends, they're my sisters. I trust them.
Your 2 sisters, right? Okay, your 2 sisters. All right.
One's really smart, and the other one has she's really social. So boom, I have the smart one that can help me with everything. Then I have the social one that can help me with connection with people. And then I have me, the brains of the operation.
I like that. I like that. I like how you said she becomes your social arm, the social one. One of the advantages of being, of course, a Kardashian is because she's able to connect to other people that know her because of her name. So she has an advantage, but it doesn't mean we're defeated. It means we got to think outside the box, and we can be greater because we won't have all that they have.
No, actually, it does mean that we're defeated if you really want to get technical. Because if it was me, I'm not even I'm just using this as, if it was me and her and they had to choose, it's going to be Kylie. So therefore she does defeat because of her last name and who she is.
Her name has value.
Exactly.
She got an advantage, which is why she got an advantage, and she got where she at because of her name and her background. All she got to do was
She couldn't do it by herself.
She got money.
If she was like,
Okay. We got the issue. Okay, let's deal with us. What can we do as a company? Because everybody didn't have Kardashian's wealth. There are many business owners who started out with nothing. I can pull examples, 10 of them. 10 companies started out with nothing. I'm gonna use all of them. I'm not gonna just use one you want me to. I'm gonna use all of them. So you can tell me, what could you do to create a company? Let's not focus on what she does. What do you think of that you can do? Anybody? Give me a business idea or business strategy you can think of. Even sitting here, if you were this person here, right here, you're the number 1 person. You're the person here. And you got a company ideal, and you call your besties to the table and say, let's create a company. Let's open up a business. Who right now have a business in their head? They say, if I had capital, boy, I would really do A, B, C, D. Help me out, somebody. Go on, say it again. What'd you say? What kind of company would you own?
A sneaker store.
Sneaker store. All right, let's do a sneaker store. Give me the name of your sneakers.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. This year here, you're number 1 sneaker store owner. Who will be your 2 people that will help you with the sneaker store?
My uncle, and I don't know who else.
Okay. Your uncle, you know who else? Okay. Why would you choose your uncle?
Because that's like my right-hand man for everything.
I got, so you trust him.
Yeah.
Okay. I got, so relationship is everything. So you have your uncle, and you don't have a 3rd person yet. So your uncle would advise you on the best way about owning or running a sneaker store. Let me ask you some questions, because you're the CEO, you're the head guy, you're leading the company. Number 1, what makes me want to buy sneakers from your company versus somebody else?
Because I got what you need.
Oh, I like that. You got what I need. Okay? All right, so break that down. You got what I need. What does that mean? What would you offer me? I come take my money out to go buy from your company. Just off the top of your head. It's nothing real deep.
I don't know.
Okay.
sneakers for cheap.
Expensive sneakers for cheap. What would someone buy Nikes versus Converses? Why would someone buy Nike versus Converse? Anybody? Huh? Nike's a bigger brand. All right, so brand is important. How you brand your product, okay? What else? What makes y'all buy sneakers? What makes you buy certain sneakers?
It's a need.
Say it again. The look of the sneakers. So the look, the style, the cost. Am I right? The necessity, okay? I remember growing up back in the day, we had 2 pairs of sneakers. It was Pro Kids or Converses. And if you didn't wear Pro Kids or Converses, they were called what? Japs. And they would crack jokes on us in high school and grammar school when I was growing up. So if you didn't buy Converses, if you didn't buy Pro Kids, they would crack jokes on you and bully you when I was in 6th, 7th grade. But now, sneaker companies are wide now. Give me some different names of sneaker companies right now that's right now out in the market that's hot. Say it again. Vans, what you got? Jordans, what else you got? Adidas, what else you got? Say it, how you say it? Okay, is that another sneaker?
I mean, it's
Say,
brand. That's a brand.
it's a brand,
But they make sneakers.
but they make sneakers though, right? Okay. So what would make someone go into a mall and go wear a sneaker? It's not really that cheap, but very expensive. Why would they buy such expensive sneakers? Why? Because of the material? They like it? They want to be down. I like they want to be down. Okay. What else you got? They want to flex or show off? Okay. Now, I'm giving these principles because I want you to start thinking as business owners and business entrepreneurs. You got to always be thinking, if you're going to offer a product or a service, it's got to outdo everybody else. You got to think of something that separates you from everybody else. I notice now that there's a hot sale on the thing they put in their ears to listen to. What's they call them thing? AirPod. What's the most hot AirPod going out now? What is it?
The Pro.
Say it again. The Pearls. What else? The Pros. How much they cost?
Like 200. I can take it right now.
Yeah, give me a price. I'm looking at these prices, you know. But I went to the $5 store the other day. I found one for $10.
Yeah, because they fake.
Cause they fake. Okay, so
But you can't even tell.
That's what I'm saying.
I like that.
They do the same thing that the AirPods do. Don't do shit different. You about to pay $160 something for Apple little ass shit. When you just go to the dollar store, you just
$250.
Ooh, get that price again?
$250.
Who in this room would pay $250 for it versus paying $20?
I don't care.
Okay, why would you pay $250? Here's the question, and I'm going to ask y'all too. Why would you pay $250 versus she said I could pay $20 and get the same thing?
Because the thing is, if I want
Let me see.
something, I don't base it off of the price. I base it on how bad do I want it.
Okay, you don't base off the price, how bad you want it. Okay. And you would say you wouldn't waste that much money on it because you said you feel to do this.
I don't gotta prove right, because what
Okay.
warehouse wasting $200. I'm not about to go spend $207 on some AirPods that most likely I'm gonna lose in a week. That's
Okay.
a waste of money. Like,
Okay.
When I have headphones that work perfectly fine. When I'm going to spend $250 for some headphones, when I got some already.
Okay. Now watch this. Let me show you something about customers. You got 2 different customers here. What's the difference between these 2 customers?
One is smart with her money. The
Wait a minute.
other one doesn't really care whether or not it is. So they'll most likely go for him because of how his status is, how he acts. Shops, businesses do things like called scouting.
Go ahead.
They see which ones are closest, what kind of customers are closest to their store.
Okay.
And if so, like you said, 2 different ones, she's the one that they wouldn't really go for because
It depends. Be careful now. Be
yeah,
careful.
no,
Be careful.
They
Go
would
ahead.
go for her only for like on a sale. They'll be like, all right, she see how she is. All right, we're gonna do this. Put it on a sale for people like her. But for people like him, they even raise the prices because
They know that people willing to spend
Yes.
money on anything as
Okay.
long as it's new and they got a name on it. They
Okay.
know that they willing to spend as whatever much money on it as long as they got a label.
Let me ask y'all a question, and I'm not, because I'm using you as an example. This is real good. I'm learning. I like this stuff here. Whoever been to the Bloomingdale Mall on Route 4, like in Hackensack, the Bloomingdale Mall? Whoever been there? What's the difference between Bloomingdale Mall and the Route 4 Mall? Is there a difference? Anybody know the difference?
kinda and kind of not.
I'll help me out. Anybody? 'Cause I did the price checking on Bloomingdale Mall. The name? What else though?
Well, income.
Why? Talk to me, brother. You smart, man. Give it to me. The area. What are they doing?
I mean, that's what most stores do. They generate their profits based on the area.
That's, brother, you said a mouthful. Because in Bloomingdale, they're not trying to reach everybody.
They're just reaching the people in that area.
In that area. So Bloomingdale prices could be way what? Up here. You come to Patterson on Main Street, the prices are what?
Exact same
Wait a
store, just different prices.
Why? Why?
Because the area around the population.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's why Cheyenne won't be going to Bloomingdale. Going out when I got downtown right here for cheaper.
I got you. But listen to this. See, there's really no right and wrong answer. It always determines what market you're trying to what reach. Because there's a market that people pay $250 for the AirPods, but there's a market where people won't go above what $20. So wherever your company is, you got to decide which market you're on what you're gonna hit, and then it determines your what your location. See, these are things that you have to decide when you and your three sit down, because I want you to see this, write this down in your notes. When y'all go out to eat, the president, the vice president, the treasurer, you three got to go out. You have to sit down and talk about what are you planning to sell, who you trying to reach, what product you bring to the table, how much you think it's going to cost, and this is what y'all three talk about intimately over a few days or a few weeks. Go ahead, sister.
So what if, all right, so if I'm going to start, I want to have like a, all right, I want to like build like one of those, like a, I don't know what it's called.
Just
but
spit it
it's
out.
like, it's like a room where you come in, right? And then you can sit there. It's like one of those like, oh, you can paint.
Got you.
freely.
I got you.
Like when you can drink and like socialize.
Socialize.
But the thing is, yeah, for like an art recreation basically.
Recreation.
Yeah, but the thing is, I want to do that.
Y'all listen, please. One talk at a time, please.
I have someone that is able to handle like the business stuff, like, and then I have my friend that can put my work out there. But the thing is, now where do I get that money to start that
company? Okay, let's talk about it, man. We got smart folk. She's giving you a business proposal. She got an idea. She wants to open like an art factory, art company that can do art, drink, socialize, party, have a good time, yet have a place where folks come together. But you have no capital. You have no money. So y'all talk to me. How do we get her enough money to open up a company? Let's throw ideas. Talk to me. Alone, okay.
All right, but now if I get a loan, I'm not the only recreation center that's doing that.
Is it easy to get loans?
No, it's not easy.
If you have good credit. Suppose you in high school and y'all don't have no credit. Suppose you have no credit card. You have no credit history. The question is, what's the strategy? She's trying. Now listen to because we're talking about business plan. I want y'all to think outside the box. You have the dream. You have the vision. You got the drive, but you have no capital. So you and your two friends got to sit down over dinner and talk and strategize. How do I get capital to raise money to open my company? And that's the question. Talk to me. Go.
Well, you could actually probably like work for it. You can actually like work and save your money. Put half
Okay.
of it to the side.
So investment. Go.
Yeah, every time you put your stuff in investing.
No,
you
that's
invest,
savings.
You invest it, you get more money back, so you can keep doing it repeatedly until you have enough money to start that business.
Exactly. You know how long that's gonna take?
Actually, if you
build a company.
Actually,
Okay.
if you
Wait a minute,
invest
listen.
into the right things, especially if you invest in the right things, you can also make over $50,000 a year if you invest in the right things. That's why it's a gamble.
How you get the money, either way, it's still gonna take long to build.
Yeah, it's gonna be a gamble. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a gamble.
One at a time.
It's possible.
But what we're going to do is we don't want you to become discouraged due to the time that it takes to raise the capital for the company.
Going to college, it takes time. Everything takes time.
Well, that's full.
You can't. I'm not using that
Wait a
as
minute,
an
just-
example. Everything I'm saying.
Wait a minute, listen, y'all, listen.
It takes time. Nothing happens overnight.
I know
You're not gonna build a
but
business
it's
the
not
next day.
also
Then
in
everybody's
the area where I can
Now watch this. Now what? Hold, one at a time, because I want to hear. I think there's a lot of wisdom being. One thing about wisdom, you have to listen to each other talk, because people are sharing wisdom. Wisdom means to listen. So listen. Go ahead.
Like, I understand where she's coming from. It does take time.
Doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, you're definitely right. But to say that would also be kind of like a fallacy, because a lot of people have made money, millions of dollars overnight. I'm not saying it's possible for all of us to do it, but it's possible for you to make that amount of money in Like,
Short period of time.
Hold on.
Short period of time.
Wait, how many of them actually crashed and burned?
Not a lot of them.
Overnight.
So actually, a lot of them are still going on.
A lot of them still going, but you have to understand that a lot of people
They
crash
didn't
and burn
start
because
making millions.
that's
They
it.
didn't start
But
out
that's because of their fault. That's because they didn't know what they were doing. He's teaching us how to do what we have to do. Once we make that $1 million, we can do what we want to do with that money.
Now I'll tell you this. This is history will tell you. You have both stories. You do have overnight millionaires, and you have folk who crash overnight. You have both, and you're not.
Can you name some of the people who became millionaires overnight and tell me how?
When I say overnight, I'm talking about maybe less than a year, less than 2 years. You know, overnight means I'm not talking about literally overnight. Like I'm broke today and tomorrow, let's say I hit a lotto. Okay, the term overnight is not. It's a term that's used to explain that you became. Hold up, that you became prosperous in less than 10 years. Most of your companies now that are becoming millionaire companies, they're doing it in less than 4 years. Stock market. You're talking about.
Stock market is the drug game, the legit way.
That is true. It is the legit way. It's legal. Okay, that's real smart. Also, Uber, Lyft, these companies are less than 10 years old, less than 9 years old. They were billions in less than 10 years. So they didn't all start out with something. They started out with a little bit and started to pick up speed. See, the key thing was their relationship with the people they're working with, because you're not going to achieve anything by yourself. You got to have someone who's going to walk with you to say, let's try to empower ourselves to stick with this plan long enough as stuff unfolds. Hold on, wait a minute, hold on. I want to stay on my subject. In Montclair, they have the art factory, because I have birthday parties there. So a lady and her friend got an art company, just like what you're saying. They got the things on the board, they have music, they serve drinks. So I asked, how did you get started? Just like I'm teaching. She sat down with a couple of friends. They had to raise capital. They did fundraisers. They collect money. They got family together and they pooled money and they raised about $10,000. Then they went to the bank and got a loan against the $10,000, which made their money $20,000. So they got to rent the building, pay the landlord, buy the material, and they've been going on for the last 10 years. So they started just like you, a little bit, but what they did, they had the right connections of people. And once people see you working as a team, other folks want to join in. A lot of times people never want to help you till they see you start doing stuff. You can say, I want to become a millionaire. I want to have a company, and you don't do anything. But when they see 3 people committed and you trying to work towards something, I have invested in people. I invest with 3 kids I had from a high school about 7 years ago. I helped them start a cleaning company because I used to live at Eastside Park. And I told them, listen, man, when the snow go out there, man, these folks have no one to shovel their snow. Open a house cleaning company, help to clean your house. And the 3 boys got together. When they got together with them, they went and got their own uniform, this is a true story, and started shoving around my house. And then what happened was, when they saw these 3 young folk working together, a lady said, can you clean out my garage? I'll pay you $500. Could you pick up around here? I'll pay you every day. He said, Red, McDuffie, all these people are calling us. Oh my God, we're overwhelmed. So all 3 of them became so busy that they go get other people. What happened was their father saw them working so well that the father who owned a construction company hired all 3 of them and made them work for him. I said, y'all let go of the company? He said, yeah, because my father's friend hired us. So they let go of their dream. But what you can do is once you get started, once the ball gets moving, people begin to join up with you and say, girl, I want to help you reach that goal. But you got to show a commitment of people working towards a goal. That's why I put this here. This is call my trifactor, which means you got the head person. You got, hold on, y'all, listen, please. Stay focused. You have the leader, assistant, and the third person. These people here come along as these 3 stick close together. Because there have been times I've went to Dunkin' Donuts and sat around the table with 2 people before I started my church in 1997. I sit around the table and talk where we're going to open it at, who is our target audience, what we're going to do on Sundays, what we're going to do, and that thing launched into a whole ministry business that actually paid my salary. So I started someplace, but what happened was the commitment was these 2 people who believed in my dream. Now the other folks come along later, 1998, 2000, 2001, and now I'm spread it out throughout the police department, fire department, judges, spread, because 3 people are committed to having some type of vision that is possible to achieve. You got to reach for something for it to happen. If you don't reach for it, it's not going to happen. And everybody have their own, what I call obstacles or possible failure, because all companies can possibly fail. But what makes you feel good is when you try something that no one tried before, and you get out there and you try it and you grind with it, and all of a sudden you start feeling good because you came with the ideal and folks said you couldn't do it and you stuck with it and people began to celebrate you. Man, it's a great feeling to do something that folks think was not possible. So what I want to do, I'm trying to get you to dream for something. I like that you said that because that makes me let me know there are people that want to become leaders in terms of economic development. They want to become someone that can change your community. So you got an art company. Someone else, what other company do you think of? Go.
Computer design company.
Oh, right now computer design companies are making billions like this because you got to find a way to operate computers than everybody else.
Not only that, though, you have to make sure your audience can be you're able to convert to people that are actually younger and older. Like, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to like be better than Apple and Microsoft.
Okay.
And Google, all that stuff. So.
I got you. What's the latest thing now? It was just iTunes. Now it's something else. Now they got iTunes or something else. You download stuff on your phone. What else you got? iTunes is other companies. It's another company. iTunes. And I think Walt Disney just created.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Say it again?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus. Now, Disney Plus just came out. And they wiping out companies because Disney already, of course, got capital.
Disney always going to make money, no matter whether they just came out or came out.
Why is Disney? But why is Disney so powerful? Somebody, why?
Because it's Disney.
Disney started.
Disney just fired.
Say it again. Walt Disney started Disney in his garage when his friends said it would not work. They wouldn't invest. Say it again.
Mark Zuckerberg, he created Facebook in his garage.
In his garage too, same person. But he's dropped out of college. He dropped out. Did you know his friends sued him after he became successful? You know his friends sued him? And Mark settled them out of court and said,
That's what I'm saying. You start businesses with people and they
I would never do a business with nobody.
don't say everybody, because when y'all do everybody, that's not good language, because you don't know everybody. What you say is the people they was with was shiesty, because you might have a sister or brother who can start business with you. Like she said, she got who your two people that you trust. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be careful to pick your friends wisely. See, this is one of the things I want to train y'all about: choosing your friends and choosing your family who to work with you. Go ahead, sister.
People wake up with different feelings every day. They could wake up one day like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. The next day, nah, I don't want to do this, or nah, this, or not. Like you can't depend on nobody or actually believe like, oh, okay, we end this, because then it could be 10 years from now. The next, they turn their back on me. I'm not trusting nobody but my mother.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I barely trust her for that.
Okay.
She turn her back on me too.
I got you. So you got your mother. That's one. You got one person.
That's all I need.
Okay, so you and your mother, so you are the chief executive officer. Your mother is the assistant. She sits with you. She helps you draw the plan up, and you start with those two. Because in life, relationships come and go, just like catching a bus. You catch one, drop another. But what you can't do, you can't quit. You can't stop your dream. You can't stop what you want to do. You want to open that company, that art factory, or that computer company, you can't quit. You got to be with the grind long enough to make it happen. I got a friend of mine, they told her that is no way possible for her to become a police. She couldn't become a police. It's impossible because she couldn't read that well. She couldn't do this well. And I told her, I don't care what they said. You can become what you believe you can become. And she hung around people. I got you, girl. I see your hand. She got around two other people that encouraged her and said, you could become that police officer. Yes, you can. And though she had a problem, because she had this thing where she saw words backwards, like dyslexia. How you say it? That's how you say it? How you say it? Yeah. So we had to put her in a place where she learned how to read properly, and she hung out with people that would encourage her to pass that test. She passed that test. She became a police officer, and people told her it couldn't be done. It's impossible. She said, I was fixed on my target. I'm getting what I believe. So I wanted you to get to a point where you are fixed on your target, and no one can talk you out of your dream. Go ahead, girl. Yes.
So if she would have put her mind to it, she could succeed at it.
Amen. I like that. Beautiful. Yes, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what I want to show you this also, on the board I wrote here, this plan, I want you to see this because I want you to take this with you this weekend as you go to Thanksgiving. When you're at the table eating the turkey and eating the food with your family or talking with people, talk about that dream. This you were here. This you number one. You are your own corporate leader. If Walt Disney can do it, if Zuckerberg can do it, then these young folks in this classroom, you can do it too. You can come to a point that you can be something that will help take care of you and your family. And this could be you right here at the top, right here. But you got to be willing to believe and willing to dream. You got to be willing to believe and willing to dream. And these two here could be your mother, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, or there's some real people that got some real good friends. There's a story, I don't know if y'all saw this on TV. There was these 4 black men who went to medical school together, and they made a covenant. They said, all of us are going to become doctors, and we're not going to let any of us quit. It was 4. They wrote a book and made a movie on it. I love that. See, so what happened was the promise was made between these 3 brothers, and they all got together and said, now, if you get weak, we're going to hold you accountable. If you try to quit, we're not going to let you quit. If you get discouraged, we're going to encourage you. They stayed together 4 years in college, 4 years in medical, and I think in 2 years they opened up their own medical practice. You can go on Facebook and find the 4 black doctors got them with their name. They made a movie on them because they held each other accountable. Part of why I'm so fired up for young adults like you are, because I want you to hold yourselves accountable to somebody else to encourage you to press on to your dreams. I hate for someone to throw water on your dreams. I don't like to talk to someone who want to become own their own a beauty salon, or want to open up their own sneaker company, or want to open up their own computer, and people tell them they can't do it. I don't like that because that's very discouraging. That does something to your brain. If you can dream it, if you can believe it, if you can conceive it, man, we can work on that thing. We can push you to the hill. And yes, money is a problem sometimes. I will admit that. But you can raise capital, man. I saw folks sell candy, and they're raising enough money for a down payment, man. When I was growing up, we had house parties to pay the rent. we had,
ways you can raise money.
Talk to me. Give me some ways to raise money.
House parties.
House party. What up? Selling stuff.
Anything. Like, you go sell candy downtown. You see kids downtown all the time. Selling candy for $1. Okay?
Doesn't matter. Fundraising.
Invest in yourself. You don't have to do it for nobody else. You can do it for yourself.
That's good.
For yourself.
How many of you have ever seen people, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen folks collecting money at the bridge with the cups?
Yeah.
Does anyone know how much money people make at the corner collecting them cups, illegal or illegally? Does anyone know how much money you average staying out there all day from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock at night collecting money?
I bet you it's money because there's a bunch of cars going up and down all day. You can stop at every car asking them, and 9 times out of 10, people are giving you their money.
Actually, I can tell you.
You're building more and more.
I'm going to give you a number going to shock you how much money they make outside. How much? $795 is the amount of money by standing out there 6 a.m. to 6 at night and check it out. Some of these things are illegal. They're not supposed to, you're supposed to have a permit to collect money outside, but they're doing it illegally.
Yeah, the only reason why I know that is because I'm like I used to play football and we used to do tagging. That's what tagging was. We used to go to cars.
And how long was you outside doing tagging?
For a while.
But the can would hold like $400 and $500.
What happened to working?
Yeah.
Why nobody wants to work anymore? What happened to working? Go and get a job, saving up your money to invest in yourself. That's not hard.
People just don't want to work for it.
You okay?
They want the money
Okay,
to come
but
to
if you
them.
don't want to do shit in life, if you gotta work for something. Like, you can't just be sitting on your ass expecting everything to just be handed to you.
That's just sad how the world is.
But watch this. But let me show you this. Let me show you this.
No, but I have to take care of myself.
Let me ask you a question. The guy that owns Wendy's, does he come here and work in Wendy's store?
No, you don't have to.
Who works for him?
His employees.
Got you. So if I'm standing here, watch this. And but listen, but I understand. I got you. I got you.
But
But
when you first start in the business, you can't just sit back. He already built the business. Wendy's is big as hell. Everybody loves Wendy's. So he don't have to go to work no more. He already built that. He already built the foundation. He already got everything together. He don't have to go there physically and go work inside of Wendy's. He built that, and he already said, I'm pretty sure he laying in money right now.
I got you. And that's the point I was trying to get to, and this is the point I'm making. See, when you first get the ball rolling, you got to do everything yourself. But as time expands and as you mature, you start hiring people to do what you do so your time is saved. And I like that you said an example, because that's exactly now what happened when I was downtown. And the guy is dead now. There used to be a few guys right there on Ellison Street, right on Jacobs, and we used to be a store named Jacobs here. And him and his friends would collect money out of a collection thing. He had a plan. He had 3 people collect them. He'd give a can to this person, a can to this person, a can to this person, and he'd be on the side here while all the folks are collecting money for him. I said, oh my, this guy running a full business outside of collecting money. I said, oh my God. Now, I didn't like the idea he collected money like that, but look at his strategy. He got 3 people what? Working for him. Now, I know how much money he making. If you collected 7 in this can, 7 in that can, 7 in that can, that's $2,100 per day. Because most folks really get like $1, they may get 50 cents. So I said to myself, I don't really like that system, what he's doing, but know what? He's smarter than those 3 because who's working for him? Those 3. So here's the principle. You got to get the ball rolling. You're never going to see what you can do until you start trying to do it. See, the first thing is vision and dream. If you can dream it, but then you got to put your dream, watch this, inside of the circle and then start the movement. See, you, your mother, or your friend got to go out and eat and sit down and say, I want to open up a company. Now, there's some companies that are already successful. So what I would tell her is she to go visit a company that's already doing that and volunteer. How can I work here? I want to learn about your company. Because if I can see what you're doing, I can take the principles from it and what? Apply it to me, because you're already there. It don't mean you got to run the company the same way. You just get the principles and add it. Go ahead, girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, it's kind of harder to start a business because everybody like is starting businesses. Like everybody trying to start a business. Like now, like it's mad clothing lines. Like people our age, like they got mad clothing lines and stuff. So it's hard to try to start a business with somebody else already doing it. You gotta do something that you're gonna stand out of the like.
Oh, say that one again. No, say that one again. You just said that's you.
You gotta step out of the box. You gotta do something that's like different. Like okay, yeah, you can do the same concept, but you gotta make sure yours stand out from theirs. Why? What makes it different? Why when people come here but won't go there? You get what I'm like? You can't just.
Let me ask y'all a question because y'all know what this is.
This is what it's gonna be, and that's it.
Who we need?
Mick.
Mick.
Sorry, bro, I got a ball.
You gotta give people
okay.
reason to choose yours over the one that was already there.
Let me ask you a question. When Fetty Wap music came out, why was his style different than other rappers?
The way he was singing and stuff on there.
Say it again.
The way he was singing and stuff on the music, nobody
He was unique.
at the time.
His style, right? He stood out.
Exactly.
So what happens when you're so busy trying to be like somebody else? You devalue your what? Devalue yourself. Yeah. So each of you.
9 times out of 10, you're not gonna succeed as much as they are because they already did it. You can't do something. Okay, look, her business. She want to start an art business, right? You said somebody already, like you know, it's a bunch of art business. Okay, I'm not saying no, you can't start your business. Yeah, start your business, but you got to make sure it stands out from the other businesses.
I like that.
Make sure people be like, oh no, I want to go there. Like, I don't want to go there. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna start it like this. What is gonna be? That's it. No, because then if I come there and it's the same as the other one, I'm like, I could have went there.
I got you. You know what would be different about her? Because she's pretty, because she aggressive, because she got something that stands out. See, if you can find what makes you unique, even your company, something got to pull you away from everybody else. Am I correct? How many fast food restaurants are now on Broadway in Patterson? Give me all the restaurants, fast food restaurants, just on Broadway. Give me the name. You got Chinese stores.
2, 3 pizzerias.
You got pizzerias. Now, what would make you spend your $10 in one place on Broadway? You have to buy something to eat. Why are you going to use your? Let me start with each of you. Why would you use your money to buy some on Broadway? Which store you choose?
Dad.
What would you choose?
Dad.
Just why Broadway pizza? Why not McDonald's? Why?
Because
Let me see.
Broadway's been there for so long.
So you.
I know the background of it. Like I know that they cook cook good there. I'm gonna eat there.
So reputation is a reason you will spend your money at Broadway Pizza.
Yes.
Am I right? I'm going with each one. How about you? You on Broadway. You got $10. You have to eat from one fast food restaurant. Which one you going to choose and why?
McDonald's.
Why?
Oh, you can't go wrong with McDonald's.
Okay.
We've been eating McDonald's our whole life.
Okay.
We've been eating McDonald's our whole life. You can't go wrong with McDonald's. We all know how it
You
tastes
got that.
already. We
Okay.
already know like what it is. We all familiar with it. So McDonald's.
Okay. So you're based it on their reputation, their history. Food tastes good. No.
I'm already familiar with it, so I'm gonna eat it.
Gotcha.
Or like if it was like McDonald's and like
And it's cheap.
Wendy's.
Okay. All right.
If it was all right, let's put those two.
Put them together.
I'm picking McDonald's.
Why? Now let's talk. Because someone said I'm choosing Wendy's because Wendy's is more healthy than McDonald's.
Yeah, it is, but I like their chicken nuggets better.
Okay. And some people say, well, chicken nuggets are not real. Like McDonald's not real chicken. They'll say that.
Well, that's some good
Go
flavor.
make it.
But I'm showing you how customers got different what? Different tastes.
Or like, if I like, you know, it's mad clothing stores down here.
Go ahead.
The other day, my mom like, give me a turtleneck. So I went to one store. The turtleneck was like $7, and I just came from another store and it was $5. So I walked myself up the street.
I like that.
And got the one that's $5.
I got you.
Why? It was the same exact turtleneck. Why would I pay $7 when I could go pay $5?
I got you. And some folks are into the brand. So even though it may cost the same, I want to know the brand name that's on it. You know what I'm saying?
If it's the same brand now, or if it's different brand now, I'm gonna have to choose which brand is better. Like
I got you.
It's
I got you. Somebody else. What restaurant you eat on Broadway and why? Yeah. You have to use one. You got White Castle, you got Turkey Fried Chicken, you got pizza stores, you got what else you got? Chinese store. You got also the Jamaican store on Broadway that sells Jamaican food. What restaurant would you choose and why?
That Jamaican food ain't real.
I would actually prefer Spanish food.
You all right? So you would prefer Spanish food?
I love Spanish food because it tastes. It has that type of good flavor
Okay.
to their cooking.
Okay. I got you.
And I like all the ingredients that they use. It's like really good.
Okay. So you grew up on Spanish food too, though. So you're buying according to your ethnicity. You grew up in the household with it, so you got used to the taste. It's not.
There's only a little bit of my people in my house that speak Spanish.
Okay. I got you. Okay. How about?
I could speak it and understand it, but my cousins and my sisters are like fluent.
I got you.
There's only one that's not fluent.
Okay. Got you. How about you? What would you eat and why?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. All right. That's based on
Because I like it.
you like it. They're used to it. Taste. Okay. Can't go to McDonald's. Okay. Okay. How about y'all? What would you eat on Broadway? What?
Me?
Yeah. And why? Go ahead. What McDonald's? What restaurant y'all? Huh? You eat Dunkin' Donuts. You walk past all of them. Why would you walk past all those and go to Dunkin' Donuts?
Because I used to work there and I knew how they make the stuff.
Oh, okay. You used to work.
Yeah.
change. Yo, if
Good.
it was Dunkin' Donuts, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Like,
Plus she worked there and she also knows how it was.
Which one? The one Route 20 or
What are you even talking about?
Total?
Yeah, like
We're talking about what will make a company on Broadway with fast food stand out to make you pay your money to go there. Which restaurant would you choose on Broadway?
Fast food restaurant downtown.
You got to choose one. Which one would you choose? Yeah, and you have to choose one. Yes, if you were to eat it. Yeah,
On Broadway? Nothing.
nothing. So why would you eat nothing? Talk to me.
I could just go eat somewhere else.
So you would walk past all of them, but if you had to buy one,
If I
had to.
Just KFC because it just opened up.
Oh, oh, the cleanest, KFC. Okay. So let me say, because we're about to close out. What I want you to do for this Thanksgiving holiday, as you're eating your food and fellowshipping with your family, ask your family, listen, if I were ever to start a business, would you guys help me? Just ask and see what response you get. If I just ask, I got one homework assignment. Ask your family, if I were to start a business, will you guys help me? Just say it, and let me hear what they say to you. All right, go ahead.
You don't even have to ask that question. I can answer that for you right now.
Me, my brother, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. See, that's why you can't start businesses with people. Now they don't even go together. Look, and his other friend, we was like all sitting in the room, and we was talking. Don't laugh.
Got
We
you.
was really like trying to plan on like trying to make like a movie or like a show or something. I swear to God, like we started writing. I swear to God, it's in my book right now. We started writing like the plot, everything. When we started writing everything down, we was thinking like, okay, so we gotta take this to Netflix. Cause my brother, he a model, so he go back and forth to Canada everywhere. So we like, all right, so like we was planning it out everything. But like, we never actually.
So you never put the work in.
Everybody just like.
You had a dream, but we didn't work on the dream.
I was really like, okay.
We're going to talk about that next time. Thank y'all so much. Sign out, please. God bless y'all.
Now they don't even go to so I'm glad.
That was beautiful. I enjoyed that lesson. These some smart young people. Continue to pray for Youth Corps. Thank God for our great school district. Thank you for those tuning in. Pray for these young people. They got great energy. They tough. I love them though. God bless. Thank you for watching Youth Corps. God bless you.
Thank you for watching us.
She's gonna open that art store. She's gonna open out. We're gonna do that for her. We're gonna help her do it.